Hello, so today I'm gonna talk about my research proposal, background, and related works to describe a potential methodology and digital narrative and key stakeholders of my research proposal. So for this topic, I have decided to use the topic as baby boomers versus millennials TV experiences. I want to know more about both generations' experience on television. Because in the old days, I've heard like a lot of past generations, like baby boomers, they watches television on they watches television show on a TV set. They did not get to choose what to watch, but the creation of television has totally changed their lifestyle. For example, they will gather around the television while having dinner, and people would discuss and debrief about the shows the next day. In class, Kat has also mentioned that television has also created a lot of other side products, such as the television meal. So I would like to know what about the generations now? I would like to see what are the differences between the both generations. And for example, the millennials, people watches shows mostly on the internet or other paid platforms such as Netflix. So we do not really watch it with our family anymore because we have the choice of what shows to watch, when to watch it, and when to pause it. We have more freedom when it comes to choosing. So for watching television, why do I want to choose this topic? It's because everyone grows up with watching television show, no matter how much freedom they have it or not. And everyone should have very different experience about it. And it would be nice to compare how the old days and the new days TV experience are like. So for this specific project, I have interviewed two baby boomers and two millennials to get to know more about their television experience. And also, by not only asking questions, I'll be also playing a short film, like around 5 to 10 minutes, just to observe them while they're watching it. My key stakeholders for this proposal would be television industry, of course, the advertisements industry, students and TV shows lover. I have created a total of 5 interview questions for my interviewee. So the first question I will be asking, where do you usually watch television shows? Where as in specifically which place? Like your room, your living room, yeah. Second question would be, what platforms do you usually use to watch your favorite television program? So nowadays, the millennials, not everyone just watches television programs from the television. We often go to a lot of other platforms such as Netflix, HBO, just to watch our programs. Number three, what are your habits when watching television? So habits could be like from biting fingers to stomping your feet. So this part I will be observing myself throughout the 5 to 10 minute short film. During the 5 to 10 minute film that I will be playing later. Um, so the fourth question would be, did the television change your lifestyle? Let's give an example, such as going home before a certain time to catch up on a show, or let's say eating on the sofa instead of eating on the dining table. So if so, can you give some examples? And I will be asking my interviewees to give me some examples of what has the television changed their lifestyle. And five, this will be just an extra question that I would like to know. What do you usually do during advertisements? Because I feel like asking this question, I can know more about their small habits as well. Back in the days, during advertisements, when I cannot download ad blocker or skip it or anything, I remember that I used that period of time to get my snacks, to go to the restroom, so I wouldn't waste time sitting there and watch advertisements the whole time. So I would like to know, what about millennials now? Like, we have Netflix, we can pause anytime that we want. We have ads, but I would like to see how do they deal with ads, and how do the baby boomers deal with ads nowadays. So yeah, I would like to see how it goes. So overall, throughout the interviews, I have actually decided to interview two baby boomers first, which are my parents. So my mom and dad. Um, when they usually watch TV, they will be sitting on the couch. My mom would be sitting on the left side of the sofa specifically. That's her everyday watching TV spot. For my dad, he said that he usually watches TV shows in his room sofa. And he also has a specific seat, which is on the right of it. So when I asked them what platforms do they usually use to watch their favorite television program, they've said actually they don't really have a specific favorite platform, but they usually browse all different channels in cable, at now, at digital TV, just to see what options can they have for the night. So instead of going to a specific platform to choose a movie, they choose a movie instead of choosing a platform. Yep. So when I asked my mom about what are your habits when watching the television, she she looked up on her left side and think, what does she usually do? She told me that she usually uses those vibration machine and put her legs up there so she can tone up her legs while watching the television, or either she will uses these little uh, stakes that you hit on your body to make your blood circulation flows better. It's a Chinese thing, so she usually hit herself while watching the television. So for my dad, his habit during watching a television is he'll either be exercising while watching the television, or either he'll be playing the television and watching the news at the same time. So television often becomes a background for him, like a background sound for him. Watching the news is still the the main thing that he's doing. Number four, did the television change your lifestyle, such as going home before a certain time to catch up on a show, or eating on the sofa instead of the dining table? If so, can you give some examples? So for my mom, the television did change their lifestyle. Every time before dinner, she'll turn on the television just as a background sound, or she'll be listening to news while eating dinner. And it is her habit already, and it's built into her life. So for my dad, did the television change his lifestyle? Um, For sure not, but he's definitely trying to learn and catch up what does the television is doing now. Because back in the old days, televisions are simple. It's just simply by changing channels. Now we get to have so many things. We get to become internet. We have smart TVs. We can have built-in platforms inside. So we've got so many options now, and that didn't change his lifestyle at all. Number five, what do they usually do during advertisements? So it's funny because my parents, they love watching advertisements. They think it's a normal thing that's happening in their life already. They get used to it during advertisements, especially advertisements that play for at least more than 20, 30 years. They 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 can still remember every single word that specific advertisement was saying. So to them, advertisement is not really something that annoys them or they need to deal about it. Um, they just play it as a background. So at last, I've interviewed two millennials as well. And I also asked them the same 5 questions and also played the same short film as the baby boomers. So when I asked them what platforms do they watch the most to watch their favorite television program, automatically a lot of people just say Netflix, YouTube, um, yeah, and Putlocker. Someone mentioned Putlocker, but Netflix and YouTube will definitely be the most um, platform that they will be using. And when I asked them where do they usually watch television shows, um, they actually looked at me and thought that I'm asking them where do they usually watch the television. And they kindly tell me that they do not use the television anymore. They usually watch the television shows with their computer, and they will either watch it in their room on the bed or either in the living room on the couch. So that's where they usually watch the television shows. And what are their habits when watching the television show? So one of the interviewee said that she found out one of her habits are actually peeling her nails while watching television. Signs of anxieties. But I've realized when I think clearly, a lot of people around me my age, they do peel their nails, and probably that's where it comes from. And the other interviewee said that his habits while watching the television is that he'll always make himself a snack before sitting down and watch a television show. So number 4, did the television change your lifestyle? Definitely, because one of the interviewee mentioned long time ago when she was younger, um, she had to watch the television with her parents and her family while dinner time or after dinner time. But now she gets the choice and option to watch, like when to watch it, when to pause it, and what shows to watch. She can be in her room watching a show for 5 minutes and then come out for dinner. It's everything is so different from the past generation. And she also found out that since she has her own computer, she doesn't eat dinner as much as she didn't eat this dinner as much with her family in the living room like yeah, as much anymore because she feel like she wants her own privacy when it comes to choosing her own shows. Uh, so what do they usually do during advertisements? This has comes to the very ending. They have said so one interviewer have said that he had downloaded all ad blockers on his computer just to make sure he won't get any advertisements during any television show or watching YouTube. And the other interviewee, she said that what does she do during advertisement? She either do her own stuff or she'll just wait for it to skip it. So usually when YouTube, you can wait for 5 seconds to skip it. She'll do that. So she won't really download other ad hoc thing to ban advertisements, but she would embrace it. Yeah. So yeah, this is basically the end of my interviews, and I've found out that the television has gave us different positive effects, such as giving us information, to teach us how to live in our lives, to let us see different cultures, to educate people in the precise way. The television has helped us by doing this. But there's also some negative effects of a television. It teaches children to be stupid by using pranks or comedy to show brutal and violent images that can lead people to kill or destroy someone. To teach children to watch restricted shows which can only be viewed for adults. To teach people how to gamble. So, yeah, there's a lot of negative effects of a television as well.